What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. Here today with a quick review and demonstration over AVA Mastering EQ. It's basically a broader EQ than your typical parametric EQ. It's geared up more for mastering. Make sure if you guys like this content, you elbow droppers know what to do. Drop a whole elbow on that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to find out. But let's go ahead and get right into this EQ. Some, hit the key. All right, so when you open up the EQ, it's going to look like this. It basically just says AVA Mastering EQ. It's got some different settings. It's only got a few different settings, but it does a lot in these few settings that it does. I made a little beat. If you guys watched the Made for Mondays where I was talking about different ways to sell beats and different people to sell beats to, I actually sold this beat to a gamer named Coco Bun. She needed something for her channel, so I made this for her. It's not all the way mixed down. I kind of wanted to show some of the EQ with it, so it's just a rough copy of the beat, but I'm going to go ahead and play it, and then we're going to go from there. All right, so again, the beat's still pretty rough. It's not all the way mixed down, but we're gonna go ahead and hop right back into the plugin, and I'm gonna show you guys around and show you what it's all about. So basically, when you pull up the plugin, you can come over here to this cog and you can change the size. You can make it smaller or larger. So if you just click on it, bam, it'll make it smaller. You can make it the size of the screen if you want to. Obviously, I'm not going to recommend that. Right here is your Momentary Bypass. So when the beat's playing, if you want to hear what it sounded like before, if you want to reference back to the original track, or if you want to, you know, pause the EQ for a second, you have to hold this down with the mouse. And then when you let it up, it'll go back to the current state of the EQ. If you just tap it, it's not going to stay at the original version. So you have to hold that down. It's got a low pass right here, and then you can shoot the low pass from 6 to 12 dB. So I'm going to actually show you guys the EQ a little more, and then I'll go through the rest of these settings. So I'm going to turn on this right here. RTA is your real-time analyzer, and what that does is basically shows you the waves and how the sound spectrum basically right here. So you see how there was nothing there, but if I push to RTA, it'll give me. So the cool thing about this is that you just draw on it. So, you know, you can just go up and down. You can draw however you want to on the EQ. And as you draw on it, obviously it's going to change the EQ of the beat. So I'm going to play the beat, and then I'm going to draw on it just a little bit so that you guys can hear what the EQ sounds like. So that's pretty cool. If you come to a certain point and you just scroll up on your mouse wheel, it'll shoot up that one spot for you, or it'll shoot it down. The spectrum does go farther, and it goes higher up. I'll show you that here in just a few moments too. All right, so next then we have this post button right here. And what this post button does is if the post button is pushed down, it'll show you what the waveforms were basically before you put the EQ on there, and then if you push the post button, it'll show you what it was after. So we'll make it drastic on this, and we're going to come down. You see how as I drag down farther, it it made the scale larger, made the dBs go down more. So we'll just start with the post off. And with the post off, it's just going to show what the waves were before. So you see how it's clocking the bass up here? Well, if I turn the post on, so that's a nice little tool to show you what's actually happening with your EQ. It's also got this decay button. So what this decay button does is basically it holds up the high points on the EQ. So if I turn the decay up, it'll hold up the high spots in the EQ longer. So that's good for, you know, letting you know what you need to EQ out and what you need to fix in your beat. Maybe if something's glaring out higher than everything else, if you need to take it down or something like that. Next, we have this graph over here. So then with the graph, this is just basically how the EQ is going to look. So if I put it on scroll, you'll see it looks like this. If I put it on lightning, it'll just put some lightning on top. So that's pretty cool, but we'll just leave it on the graph as regular. So then it also has trim up here, and basically trim is like your gain. Then it's got a low pass, and the low pass, if you just click on the button and turn it on, and it goes to 6 dB or 12 dB, you can control how much the cutoff goes by just moving this meter right here. And you can change the cutoff, you can make it 12. And then it's also got the high pass down here, and the same thing with the high pass, it's 6 dB or 12 dB. And then again, like I showed you before, I mean, you can go down to 90 or to -14. You can go up, you know, as high as you want. So that's basically everything in a nutshell. This plugin is only free until January 15th. So make sure you guys go out and get this. Just only got a few days before it's not free anymore. I just wanted to make sure that I posted this video. I just found out about it, and I wanted to make sure I posted the video before it wasn't free anymore, because, you know, I try to look out for you guys, trying to let you guys get the best tools that I could bring to you guys, whether it's for free or whether it's paid. As always, I appreciate you guys' time. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys. If you got something out of this content, you know what to do. Drop a whole elbow on that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to find out. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell, so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.